second. I'm looking at this. Not using a subregion. Interesting. Oh, I see what I've done wrong. So, what I'm doing today is kind of a new sort of thing. And, well, I guess that's kind of the same. So what we're doing today, let me turn some sweet, sweet chill step on. As like some background noise. Ooh, it's on maximum volume. That's not great. Can't hear anything though. Nor is my computer registering anything. Oh, yikes. Ah, there we go. My volume. Oh, Jesus. My tuning dial was wrong. I have wireless headphones, so it requires a tuning dial. Anyway, so what we're doing today, guys, is we're gonna do some building. We're not gonna play any D&D today. Instead, what we're doing is we're designing a couple things. As you can see, I have a million documents on Homebrewery. This is the published one. I will say ahead of time, please don't like use the URL and like take it for your own and edit it and shit. That's mean. So please don't do that. What we're gonna be working on today is this bad boy here, the Void Domain. Let's see. The Patrons of Luceria, we're gonna be working on that a little bit, and on Record Keepers. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about anything that you see here that, like, doesn't look normal. Just don't worry about it. Nothing to worry about. So, these are the three things I'm gonna be working on today. Record Keepers is based off of, I'm, like, actually using how a module should work, and, my sort of basis for that is Tomb of Annihilation, which I have. Baggy Coca, thank you for the host. So probably work a little bit on this, and that'll be neat and useful. But I think we should start off with what the hell is Record Keepers, because that's kind of an important thing that's happening right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump in Discord at some point on the computer and let everybody know there that I've started doing this. Oh god, I'm gonna need so much water because it's like gonna be straight talking. More than normal streams. Oof. Did I accidentally just... No, we're good. Hold on, I just got a million text messages. What? An old friend of mine from college is dating a Trump supporter, and it's bad. Yes. I'm also working on a dungeon for Sunday, which is gonna be super interesting, because I'm running... It's a dungeon where it is run by 4 DMs at once, and, well, it's gonna be 5 and then 5 players. Oh, the DMs are also the players. Whoever's controlling the dungeon switches. It's ridiculous. So I might work a little bit on that, because I need to do my sections of the dungeon for that. Which are mine are just absolutely off the chain. They have left the realm of possible reality and entered somewhere where you should not go in D&D, which is video games. But, you know, in case one of the players is watching this, I'm gonna shut up about that. We probably won't work on that tonight. So back to Record Keepers. This is a module that I've been writing for like a week or so, and as you can see, it's about not done at all. And what I'm doing for it, it's basically this story where these record keepers, these characters, are these synthetic beings that their only purpose is to find the reset of a world, which is a sort of activation device of sorts. It looks different depending on the world, and when they find it, they can use it to send the world back in time to before civilizations dawned. And they need to do this because there was an ancient race, I think I called them the Architects. They want the world of Kiron, which is where this takes place, to do something. Not sure what, but they haven't done it yet. And they knew that, the Architects knew that the world would end up ending. Like, they would wipe themselves out or something. So they made the reset, which will keep rewinding the world, and they made a creature called Savior that goes and rewinds it. But if Savior dies, the record keepers wake up, and then they go fix it. So these guys are record keepers, so they have to go find Savior, and they have to reset the world, and that's basically it. It can be pretty much put into any setting ever. You can put this in any world. You can put record keepers in any setting. There's like no NPCs, which is very interesting. I mean, you can make a version with NPCs, but typically it does not have NPCs in it. And the characters are these highly specialized synthetic beings based off of mortal races, like elves and dwarves and shit. Oh, I haven't put a single dwarf in yet. I just realized that's what I've forgotten. I haven't made a dwarf yet. Frick! Oh. Well, this guy is now a dwarf. No. That's no good. I have 2 Dragonborn and no dwarves. And I have a UNT, but no dwarves. This guy's definitely a dwarf. So, I made a bunch of presets. For if people don't want to, like, if you just want to grab a character and go. So I have presets of every class and most of the paths and stuff. But if you'll notice here, I have option 4, Void. And you might go, oh, that doesn't make sense. I've never heard of the Void domain. Correct. It's because it doesn't exist. So I'm making the Void domain. And the reason this is even a thing in Kiron is because part of the thing about clerics, in Record Keeper clerics, is that they can't worship specific gods because they wake up after civilizations have died, so there aren't really specific gods to worship. So they worship, or they draw their power from the concepts of things. So like the concept of war, or civilization, or the sun, or the sky, or the black hole that is in the sun and eating it, which is a thing in Kiron. It's a very small black hole. But it eventually, the black hole's weird if, as time goes on, when the sun begins to, like, expand to the point where it would burn Kiron to nothing and then consume the planet, the black hole eats that part of the sun, so Kiron lasts way longer than it should. It's super weird. So I figure that's enough of a cool thing to have a domain based off of. So I'm making the Void domain. And this is what I've got so far. I have the spell list, it might change it up. I meant for this to be kind of a debuff class. Let me go ahead and throw in the main comms. I'm doing this. Frick, I messed it up. No space in the everyone ping. Misspelled my name 3 times. There we go. Got it. Oh my god, so many hosts. Chenty, Batgirl, Miles, Serene Race, Shocking Shots. Hello everybody, thank you. Okay, so I meant for this to mainly be a debuff class. And I don't know if this is because I also threw in Like, all those really cool, like, void spells, you gotta have those. It's the void domain. You gotta have freaking Hunger of Hadar. And Ivard's Black Tentacles, and Arms of Hadar. Like, you gotta. I could take them out and replace them with something else, but I don't quite think that that's gonna be necessary. I think they're alright like this. So. The way clerics work is they have, let me look up the PHP real quick. The way clerics work is they have domain abilities in addition to their normal abilities. 56. Nope, that's too far. And it turns out the domain abilities they get at levels like 1 and 2. They get abilities at level 1, or singular ability if it's good enough. They get a channel divinity, a special channel divinity at level 2. They get a thing at level 6, level 8, and then level 17 for domain. I'm like, oh my god, that's a hell of a jump. But they also get, ability score improvements at 4, 8, 12, 16, and 19. They get Destroy Undead at 5th. They get Divine Intervention at 10th. So, that kind of... Alright, but then they still don't get any special, like, upgrades or anything between levels 10 and 17. Oh no, because they get the ability score at 12 and 16. Okay, that's not so bad. It still feels a little sparse. Oh, they get bonuses to destroy undead. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Still very sparse. They don't get anything at levels 13 and 15. Versus, say, like a bard. Which gets... The only levels bards don't get things are level 7 and level 11. That's it. Every other level they get something. Or like, barbarians. There's not a single level where a barbarian doesn't get a new feature edition. Druids get fucking wrecked. Never mind! Druids don't get things at 3rd, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th, 15th, and 17th. Those are all just blank levels. So I think they get bonus spell slots then, so that's okay. And I guess the levels that clerics don't get things, which are 3rd, 7th, 9th, 13th, and 15th, they do get extra spell slots then. Or like they get the next level up of spell slot. So I guess that's pretty good. Anyway. So I've got the spell list for the Void Domain down. I'm gonna need so much water because I already have a headache. Holy moly. I'm gonna need so much water. Yeah, there will do for now. This, move this. Point down a little bit more. Okay. So, the spell list, I'll just leave it as it is for now. The spell list doesn't affect the Divine Domain features. I wanted this to be primarily a debuff class. Or a debuff domain, rather. Because there's not one. And that's probably because there's not really that many debuff spells. But there's a lot of really good debuff, like, conditions that you could force apply to creatures. So I think what I want to do is make the Void specialty either blind, deafen, or, like, at higher levels, stun. So I think, like, Light Domain, their channel divinity is Radiance of the Dawn, which sounds way cooler than Preserve Life, or, Charm Animals and Plants. Like, that just sounds dumb. Like, some of these sound so much cooler than other things. Like, oh boy, Charm Animals and Plants for nature, huh? Well, alright. Whereas for Tempest Domain, it is Destructive Wrath, which sounds okay. For frickin' Trickery, Invoke Duplicity. What? That's a hell of a title, my man. That sounds awesome. And then Cloak of Shadows. And your Guided Strike and War God's Blessing. War God's Blessing is good. Invoke Duplicity is probably the best. That and Radiance of the Dawn are the two best. Knowledge of the Ages is pretty good too. But Invoke Duplicity and Radiance of the Dawn are the two coolest titles. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I am like about really cool titles, like a lot. Let me show you. I am about that shit. Like with my patrons from the Syria patrons, the unique warlock patrons I made, or am in the process of making. For Volurith, I gave her the same first level, I guess feature for as the base Great Old One, and then I switched them up. So they have Storm Shields, Deep Thoughts, and In Her Presence. In Her Presence is fucking rad. And then I named all of her invocations cool, because I really love naming shit, I just really do. Wretched Whisper, Color Out of Void, Embrace the Deep, Venture Inwards, and Astral Chroma. And then the Sea Mage Familiar. This is the one. The Keeper of Names. This is the fucking one. Where names are just obscenely cool. What's in a name for first level? Thou canst not ban be false for 6th. All the world is staged for 10th, and what fools these won't be for 14th. And then again, it starts to degrade in quality as I lose the ability, as I have not done all of this shit. So you guys get to see the non-finished product. Oh, Crystalline Scorpion, here we go. There's all this crap too. Behold Brilliance is 6th level. Oh yeah, I had to put like base text in here, so I just like key smashed really, really loud. You survived your East Asian history exam, and you're home early enough for the stream. Yo, that's rad. I'm sorry we're not actually playing D&D tonight. We're just doing like some shit. I also just realized that this is in front of you guys, so you actually can't see. Well, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I don't want anybody seeing these URLs anyway. Just gonna do that. You guys don't need to see. You don't need to see this stuff up here. Although this does have the, like the tables. Let me see. Oh, a bunch of that goes down there. Okay, that's fine. You can see a fair amount of these little things that I'm looking over right now. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, and it blocks out the URL, which is really what I wanted. Dope. So, this is gonna be, tonight's... It's just gonna be listening to some freaking music and working on this. So back to the Void Cleric. I think... Oops, that's not great. Here we go. So I think I want this to... maybe stun? I don't like AoE damage. Radiance of Dawn is... dealing damage to your foes. Your user channel divinity. As an action, you present your holy symbol, and any magical darkness within 30 feet of you is dispelled. Additionally, each hostile creature within 30 feet of you must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes radiant damage equal to 2d10 plus your cleric level on a failed saving throw, half as much on a success. Creature that has total cover from you is not affected. Because light. It's line of sight, my man. Huh. I want to do it. Jeez. Stun feels really powerful to be the second level channel divinity. So maybe I'm thinking, let me look at Monk and see when they get element or PQR. Shit, I went too far. Here we are. When do they get stunning strike? No, that's 5th level. Okay. Yeah. So these guys should not be able to stun at 2nd. Definitely not stun multiple people. it does use up one of their precious channel divinities, but it's not. That's too OP. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. My God, it's only 7:30. Jeez Louise. By the way, on Thursday, I think I'm gonna be streaming earlier in the day, probably for quite a long time because I don't have anything to do other than that day, and I have D&D in the evening. By the way, it is the 5th. If anybody didn't know, Domino's is half off pizzas until the 7th. Might be through the 7th. I think it's only till. I don't actually know that for sure at all. So I can't. My God, stop yawning, Falcon. Jeez Louise. So I can't. Stunning is out for now. For now. It looks like stunning might be out permanently because it doesn't look like the other domains buff the bonus channel divinity ever. Which is unfortunate. This is gonna be a lot of me not talking because I'm reading. So, just so you're aware of that, I'm trying to, like, by actually doing work. If you'll notice, like, when I'm playing games, my character will just run in circles because I'm concentrating on what I'm saying. I can't do that while I can't do the reading equivalent of running in circles, so I'm actually gonna have to, like, focus on reading, so it's gonna be a lot of listening to, like, music and doing nothing. You might be able to catch a stream for work then. Oh, sweet. Yeah, no, when I say early, I mean, I'm probably gonna be streaming, like, late morning, even, like 10 a.m. Probably, because those times are very good for European viewers. Like, poor Dan who never gets to stop by in Ireland. I don't actually remember. Sam Melander, thank you for the host. Okay, so knowledge of the ages. Skill tool? Nah, that's just bad. No one uses the knowledge token. I'm also gonna look at the blood one, because I think that has a pretty dope channel divinity too. Wow, what the hell's happening here? What the fuck is this? Oh, I didn't realize that that Exandria had a creation myth. Okay. The gods made shit and shit ate the gods. Oopsie. Whoops. Yikes. Oh, no, just kidding. It was the people from beyond the ether. Okay. I never looked at, like, the first few pages of this book. I never have. So that mask is. Or is it supposed to be just like a generic face? Music is a tad loud compared to voice, okay, my deal. Turn it down. first. Hold on. That's way better. That better? That better? Here we go. Blood domain, that's what I want. 101. That's funny. 101. Okay. Nope. 102, nope. 101. Wow, it's next to this giant picture of Vox Machina. Okay, so... Oh, they've got haste and slow, huh? That's weird. I put slow in void domain. So, blood... What? Oh my god. See, this one does buff. Huh. This one does buff later levels. Because it lets you do large or smaller creatures, and then at 8th level you can target huge creatures. So... Even though my phone's still really hard to fucking H. I think we've had this problem in the past. I'm also not facing the microphone, because I'm trying... if I'm facing the microphone, it's a lot easier. Because, like, as I'm trying to read, my voice is not directed into the microphone. Then I'll tip it up a little bit. So my camera's off. There we go. So I don't think... I think no. So I'm gonna look and see if there's any tacked on stuff. Oh, no, that's true. Okay, so here we are. No. It does buff in accordance with your cleric level, but not in the way of, like, that this one does, in terms of when you hit a certain level, it gives you a bonus thing. Essentially features for the feature. It buffs in the sense that as you level up, it gets more powerful, but, like, because restore number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level. Ah. That makes a lot more sense. Or the radiant damage equal to 2d10 plus your cleric level. Just make a wisdom saving throw. That goes up as your save does. Oh fuck! Oh my god! What? Oh. Okay. Invoke duplicity. Doesn't seem to buff. Destructive Wrath doesn't buff. Cloak of Shadows doesn't buff. War God's Blessing doesn't buff. Guided Strike? No, that doesn't buff either. So most of these don't buff as levels go, but that's because the War God stuff is like it's a base plus 10, dude. And Destructive Wrath, the Invoke Duplicity, I don't know. It buffs at 17. That actually does buff it because you get 4 duplicates instead of 1. It just goes straight from 1 to 4. So, I mean, I guess that's a thing. The domain also gives you mirror image though, so meh. Has anyone ever actually played a Trickery Cleric? Has anyone in the entire world ever played a Trickery Domain Cleric? I don't think they have. So I'm back to Light Domain, because I think Void is pretty much the antithesis of Light Domain. Right? Like, that would be, right? Light Domain focuses on damage. Void is not going to focus on healing. it's gonna focus on debuffs, but I think it's gonna be... I could make this a lot easier on myself by going, alright, this is what light does. I'm specifically gonna do the reverse of that. Because that would make sense, right? To have it like that, like, not even out of a, oh, I want to do it easier. Like, that literally would make sense, because light is the opposite of void, or I guess being. Matter could also be considered the opposite of void. That's kind of up for debate, honestly. So I guess nature would also be the opposite of void. Who knows? Wish I had Xanathars with me. That'd be really useful. Who is their freaking LED high beams going through my window right now? My god. Can you chill? Lordy, lordy. I think I have a PDF of Xanathars, actually. I might. I'm not opening my email on stream. I'm doing it on a different computer. Abs-fucking-lutely not. Why did the Google Doodle today look like Crossy Road? But I have 10,000 emails. That's not true. It's only 87. While that's opening. So I could sort of go direct opposites. Light gives you scrying. That's an interesting choice. Also gives you Guardian of Faith. Did they just not have any more fire spells? I guess not. Yeah, they must have run out of fire spells for each level. Hi Falcon, says Google. Thank you. Hello Google. Who texted me? Oh god, I have 9 messages from one person. Hello, dear. Dear friend. That's a horsey mode. Oh no. It's about that friend who is now dating a freaking Trump supporter. Oh, apparently we now have a friend who is a horseback rider. What? There's an equestrian team at that school? I had no fucking clue. What? How? The things you don't know. Where? Where is my... Somebody sent me... No, I guess not. Alright, we'll go back to the Twitch window. Okay, so if we're gonna do the exact opposite of the light domain, and what I'm... Oh yeah, this one's pretty close to... No, hold on. What I decided to do is, some domains get like 1 feature at first level, some get more than 1, some get 2. Life domain gets 2. They get proficiency with heavy armor and a slight buff to healing spells. It's a pretty oh, hold on. I'm gonna get muted for this song. Here we go. Okay, it was intro, and Twitch mutes me for intro. Light domain gets a cantrip and warding flare, which allows you to, when you're attacked by a creature within 30 feet of you that you can see, you use a reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll, causing light to flare before the attacker hits or misses. So you have to do it before they roll, I guess. If they can't be blinded, they're immune. You can use it as many times as you have bonuses to your wisdom. And by that I mean an amount of times equal to your wisdom modifier. Because I'm definitely using technical terminology. Um. Oh, wait, hold on. What? Okay. Actually, all of them but one get a level 1 ability. Holy crap. Because Nature Domain gets proficiency with heavy armor and a druid cantrip. And proficiency in a skill. Oh my god. What? Oh, you get to... Hold up. That's like way better than... Oh wait, hold on. Warding Flare's pretty freaking good. Never mind. That's way better than... What the hell? Okay, fine. Tempest Domain gets proficiency martial weapons, heavy armor, and if something hits you within 5 feet, you can make it take 2d8 damage on a failed saving throw. What? Lightning or thunder. That's really powerful. Holy shit. Tempest Domain clerics are gonna kill everything. Trickery Domain only gets 1, but that's because, you can use your action to literally touch a creature and give it basically Cat's Grace. You give it advantage on... Oh no, just stealth. That's not as cool, never mind. But you can touch any creature and give it advantage on stealth checks for an hour. You can only have one up at a time. Yikes. That's still pretty baller. And then, martial weapons and heavy armor for war, and you can use you as a war priest. You can attack as a bonus action, and you can do that an amount of times equal to your wisdom modifier. Minimum of once. So, I think we're gonna go with something similar to Warning Flare. Oh, shit, it gets buffed at 6th level. Huh. Warding Flare gets buffed at 6th level. You can use it when a creature attacks another creature within... anything within you. Sorry. You can use, at 6th level, you can use Warding Flare when a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you attacks a creature other than you. So, if anything within your radius attacks anything else, you can use Warding Flare, which is pretty baller, honestly. But that's not the Channel Divinity. That's literally just the level 1, the other first level thing that they get. So, So I think I might just like reskin that as the Void thing. Huh. Or should I... Because I don't want to just make it the same thing, because otherwise what's the point? If I do, because if I do, what's the point? I don't know. If I take it... I'm gonna look it up. I do a lot of research while working on this. That's not even capitalized. Not even capitalized. Well, this is very similar to the Crystalline Scorpion Aura. But that's involuntary. Reaction. This is defining what a reaction is, so that's not good. Huh. Interesting. So I can buff that, but probably not the Chill Divinity, at least not directly. Well, huh. So what I think I'll do is make this, like, let me look at the conditions. What I think I'm gonna do is have this do, like, a minor conditional effect, and then at, like, 8th level, it'll get buffed to stun. And the saving throw is not gonna be something horribly difficult to get past, because it's going to have the ability to stun anybody in a radius of you, I think. Otherwise, it would just be Stunning Strike at later level, and that wouldn't be good. So, what was I gonna look up? Shit. Conditions, that's it. Well, this is just a whole bunch of deities. Okay, conditions. Restrained, poisoned, stunned, unconscious, blinded, charmed, frightened, petrified, deafened, paralyzed, grappled, invisible. That's it. What is that? Hold up, I just saw a jar full of eyes. Nope, that's definitely just straight up jar full of eyes. Cool. Alright. I could blind him. You could effectively cast darkness in an area. That's a 3rd level spell, though, and this is a 1st level ability. No, yeah, no, absolutely not. Never mind. Because, the hellish, or the infernal legacy of tieflings doesn't even give them darkness until 5th level. This is 1st level. We can't give them darkness. Yeah, I also figured Void Domain could give you Hex. I don't know why, I just thought it was really cool. Oh, because it debuffs really well. That's right. Because Hex debuffs. And the flavor of it is basically that you are using the power of the black hole to suck their strength or whatever away. Which is kind of cool. You could frighten them. Huh. Or blind. Blinded is probably it makes more sense, honestly. I think we're gonna have to go with blinded, yeah. And it'll be a 30-foot radius. Because it's that for warding flare. For read thoughts, it's 60 feet. But since this blinds, I'm not just like... Oh no, this is the 1st level ability. Shit, this isn't the Channel Divinity. I keep mixing that up. Also, Knowledge Domain technically only gets 1 1st level feat, but they get 2 languages and a skill, and your proficiency bonus is doubled for any check that uses... Oh no, sorry, they get 2 languages, 2 skills, and they get expertise in those skills. Like, holy fuck. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is say... Also at first level. Reaction or buff, or it's gonna be reaction. Warding flares for one attack at all. Maybe it shouldn't be that. It's kind of a sudden thing. So, and light is kind of like a sudden thing as well. It's very, very swift. So maybe this is a lot slower. So maybe this is less of a reaction thing. This isn't a reaction thing. This is going to be like a previous to. This is not going to be that much of a combat ability. Maybe. Well, it's going to be a debuff. So if it's a debuff, not a reaction, I can up the range, because you can't use it swiftly. Does that make sense? My god, I'm yawning so much, and I don't understand why. I can't stop. I can't stop. That's probably really loud. Sorry. My voice is showing how tired I am, too. Like, you can hear... I am so tired, you can hear it. Oh shit, I gotta check something. Do I open tomorrow? Because I might. And that's extremely bad if I do. Please say I'm not opening. You bastards! I'm fucking opening tomorrow. I'm gonna have to end this early because I want to be up at 6:30 a.m. 6:30. That was just a nasty surprise. That was just a really nasty surprise. Well, that's just a mistake on the schedule. But at least I'm only working with one person who hates me. So that's cool. Instead of, like, more than one. Actually, there's only one person who hates me in my workplace. Anyway. So I think it's a faraway kind of thing. So it's gonna be something that stops people from even getting to the battle or from being able to be in a position where they can attack. It's not, oops, you're attacking me. It's I don't want you to attack me, so I'm going to do this to make sure that that doesn't happen. It's like a it's more of a preemptive thing. Light clerics are very spontaneous. Void clerics are gonna have to think a lot about how to do stuff, which I like. I like that. I like that quite a bit. You don't usually think... I mean, the void is a big, slow thing. So it makes sense for that to be... Oh, also, I'm gonna look up Void Cleric, because I know there's a couple versions of it online, and they're not very good. Void Cleric. Cleric Darkness Domain. For Unearthed Arcana. Oh, it's on Homebrewery. You gain Vicious Mockery. That's an interesting choice. I also just, like, threw a picture in here. Arms of Hater, Armor of Agathis. They picked some of the same ones I did, but they chose Dream and Bigby's instead of whatever I picked, which was Hold Monster and Wall of Force. Because I picked a debuff class. Which, now that I think about it, are those really void at all? And how is Bigby's hand? I also was debating on Banishment. I thought maybe Banishment. And I eventually went for Confusion instead. And Void is not really darkness, it's nothingness. So, what do they got for 1? 3 feats at 1, Jesus fuck. Okay. Dark Vision. You just get Dark Vision, you can see through magical darkness. That's a lot already. You can transfer 30 feet of your Dark Vision to somebody else for a minute. Huh. If you can see, use reaction to cancel their or cause their shadow. Yeah, I guess. We may do this twice. Holy crap. Resistance to physical damage. And force? And force? What? And you get the ability that light clerics get? This is way OP. It's extremely broken. This is why I, like, look at multiple things. Void Domain Cleric. Cleric the Void Domain. This one's, I'm not going to be using that. Absorb Elements Chaos Bolt. Wow, this is brand new because they Xanathar's shit in there. That or they just edited it to put Xanathar's in there. Oh, Counterspell's a really good one, huh? What have I got for 3rd? Oh no, 3rd level. I got Hunger and Hammer and Slow. Ooh, Counterspell's good. Ooh, I think I'm gonna replace Hunger of Hadar with Counterspell. That's a really, really, really good one. Yeah, that's way better. Like, I know the space monster tentacle spells are cool, but Void is not monsters. Void is nothingness. And I should probably get rid of Arms of Hadar and Aardvark's like tentacles as well to sort of portray that a little better. So what does this guy have? Negative energy. What the fuck is that? Good God. The black butterfly. What is the black butterfly? What is that? Does anybody know? Because I sure as hell don't. Yeah, Eldritch Blast. Nah. I prefer Chill Touch, honestly. And choose to end one magical effect caused by a spell. Huh. God, I'm falling asleep. What the hell? My body's screaming at me because it knows I have to wake up at 6:30. Every time a creature attempts to cast a spell or replicate a spell's effect, this roll in the magic. Twice you choose which effect takes place. Whoa. Or... wow. That is OP. This is OP. So that'll affect, like, divine casters and shit, too. This isn't really that useful. Unless you want to... Oh, centered on you. Oh, shit. Just saw that. I am so freaking tired. Oh my god, I'm fading fast. I have once before in my life canceled a stream early because I was literally falling asleep in front of the computer. I might have to do it again tonight. Holy crap, you guys. Needs to pull on you. Release your grip on this reality. Huh. Let's check out this one as well. Again with this, eliminating things from the target. Huh. In the side target creature. Oh god. This is really good. Good lord. Gravity Purge. That sounds not like what it is. Sounds like you're just going to get rid of everything utilizing gravity to do so. I would say it's something that can give you resistance, but this is a debuff class, not a self-buff class. This buddy, this guy got at first level. Embrace of the Void. And the Implosion attack. But I don't wanna... What's up, guys? Hey, Nobe. You're doing D&D now too? Sweet. I'm doing D&D and falling asleep. My god, I'm so tired. Yeah, I'm trying to build this cleric domain. I'm pretty much stuck on it. I've been working on it for an hour now. And I've gotten nowhere. So again, back to the level 1 thing. I want it to be like a preemptive debuff thing. Maybe something like initiative? Maybe something where you can hold back enemies from initiative? But then it's purely situational on initiative. That's a bad idea. No, let's not do that. I think maybe for this I should do that, oh fuck, because I just realized channel divinity definitely has to be a singularity. It has to be. Oh crap. Come on. Man. Because maybe, or maybe you could have the void pull on an enemy and make them do like half damage or something. But that's just the spell rate of enfeeblement. Or you could do an AoE wherein enemies do half damage, which is really strong, actually. Never mind. Or no, disadvantage is stronger than half damage. I think so. Yeah, disadvantage is stronger than half damage because they can then miss and do no damage rather than just always doing half. But then there's no way that can level with you. There's no way that can level with you. Then it's just like Eldritch Blast, ridiculously powerful at low level, and then shitty at high level. So then it sucks. No, hold on. Fuck, I'm dumb. The Channel Divinity levels with you. The first level thing gets buffed later and then doesn't get buffed. I keep mixing the two up. Okay, so yes. I think half damage is not as strong. Okay, so what if we do like an aura around you? Like 20 feet or something. Which is a lot already for that powerful of a thing. And enemies that attack within that 20 feet, the void is around, and they are not as substantial as they should be. So they don't do as much damage. I kind of like that. Let's write that out and see how that works. At first level. The void surrounds your form. The area within 20. Nope, I gotta put the number. This is DD. No, and then I can... Sensation. With void. This one, okay. The melee attacks. I'm going to specify melee attacks, and that's actually going to make it definitely okay to have at first level, because that means things can still ranged hit you for full damage. And stuff can melee your friends, and it won't be bad unless you're next to your friends. In which case, then it will be... Huh, okay. View... Emptiness of dark space. Tugging, just gently. Enemies that make melee attacks within 20 feet of you will only do half damage on a hit. And this does not specify melee attacks on you, it is melee attacks in general. Or should I nerf this so that it flies to your allies as well? No, not now. Well, if I play it once in the first iteration of Record Keepers and it just goes down the toilet, then I'll nerf it. That reminds me. Oops. Oops, God, what? Let's put a little bit of spacing. I'm gonna do 6. Save that. And then close this out, because I don't need that. Alright, I just wanted to write that down because I keep forgetting about it. Okay. Ability to do half damage on a hit. Channel Divinity Singularity. Hold on, sorry, my headphones are messing up. Weird. Starting at second level. To hinder your enemies. Here we go. Well, I guess I kind of have to do that. It's an action. Designate a point you can see within. Frick. 60 feet. Yeah, the knowledge one is 60 feet. Can be on the ground or in underwater or in the air. You can put it literally anywhere. Not inside a... It has to be a point you can see, so you can't put it like in a creature because that would be dumb. But that's each. For a second, I was like, the singularity has a radius equal to 1 time to your cleric level times 5. Wait a minute. Yeah, that'd be like 5 and 10. That's a pull radius of small. 17. Never mind. That's too big. That's too big. I'm gonna have to specify the radius at different levels. What do I name this feature? Oh, did I actually save that adventure log? God damn it, I don't think I did. Oh, I did. No, there it is. Okay, we're good. Because I can't make the, I can't make the, I can't make the radius, the pull radius, a number that isn't a multiple of 5. Because that would be dumb. It would be annoying to deal with. It's super hard to draw. I think I'm just gonna have to put in that it gets bigger as you level up. As there's no other way. There's no way to use my cleric, like the player's cleric level, to buff it. That's dumb. So I'm just gonna have to say that at whatever level it gets better. Starts at 10 feet because 5 feet's too weak. I'm gonna say strength. No, it shouldn't depend on their movement speed. Or be pulled. I don't know, what's a good amount to be pulled by a black hole in towards that very same black hole? Well, now, 5 feet is not a lot. But I can't, if I say 10 feet, that's dumb. Because then I could just say pulled into the center, but then as I buff it, it's not going to be pulled into the center anymore. It's going to be an amount of feet. Frick. I'll say 5 feet for now. A creature that ends its turn inside the singularity takes damage. Here's where I can use damage. 1d5. No, what? Equal to level. Equals force damage. Force damage equal to your cleric level. Increases to at 5th level, 20 feet at 9th? Let's say 9th level. Lady Chuto, thank you for the host. 25 feet at 14th level. 30 feet at... This is underpowered. It's still underpowered. Here's what we'll do. 20 feet at 7th level. 30 feet at 10th level. 40 feet at 14th level. And 50 at 17th level. Additionally, the pull distance, I guess. What is the term for that? The amount that it moves, the amount that it pulls you. I guess I'll just say the amount that it pulls you. Fuck you. Alright. Feet to 10 at on a failed. At 7. At and 20 at level. So, does that make sense at all? I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Okay, so let's review this thing. Oh god, where'd my mouse go? There it is. Okay. Starting at 2nd level, you can use your channel divinity to place a singularity on the battlefield to hinder your enemies. As an action, you present your holy symbol and designate a point you can see within 60 feet of you as the location for a singularity. This point can be on the ground, underwater, or in the air. Each creature within 10 feet of the singularity must make a strength saving throw or be pulled 5 feet towards the center of the singularity. A creature that attempts to leave the singularity's pull radius must make a strength saving throw in order to do so. On a fail, it stops moving. I'm gonna go, it stops moving. A creature that ends its turn inside the singularity takes force damage equal to your cleric level. The singularity's pull radius increases to 20 feet at 7th level, 30 feet at 10th level, 40 feet at 14th level, and 50 feet at 17th level. Additionally, the amount of creatures pulled by the singularity on a failed saving throw increases from 5 feet to 10 at 7th level, 15 at 14th level, and 20 at 17th level. Okay, so If you're level 12, your singularity's pull radius is 30 feet, and it pulls 10 feet on a failed save. So that's actually pretty good. As if you pop it right next to like in a small group of enemies, you could easily pull a couple of them into the center where they take 12 damage if they end their turn there. Maybe I should swap out the end. Leaves the singularity's pull radius. I'm gonna change that. Attempts to move away from the center of the singularity. A creature within the pull radius that attempts to move away from the center of the singularity must make a strength saving throw in order to do so. On a fail, it stops moving. That's good. That's good. Let's move that down just so I can look at things more effectively right now. Let's repeat this saving throw. End of its turn. Start of its turn. That's much better. It's not as broken that way. If it were at the end of a turn, you could try to move away from the center, and then you have to stop, and then if you fail the save, you could just pull back further and further in. Which, while accurate to a singularity, is very game-breaking, I think. So maybe we won't be doing that exact thing, huh? Maybe we won't be doing that. Otherwise, I think that is good, honestly. I'll have to, like, test it out, but I think it's okay. I think it'll be alright. I think that's pretty good, son. It's pretty good. Alright, let's name it. What do we name this? The first level thing. Thin space. Done. Never mind, I named it. Okay, so a buff to the first level ability. Is it just called improved? It's just like improved shit. Oh, or 6th level is another channel divinity. Because for Trickery Domain, well, this is also Trickery Domain, your 6th level ability is a new channel divinity you can use to turn invisible. Until the end of your next turn. Which is pretty baller, not gonna lie. That's cool. Oh, I finally have backstory on something. Yes, I needed that. Yes, tell me. What the hell is Lucas the Spider? Oh, okay. Okay. So, I don't know if... Yeah, I don't honestly think Thin Space needs a buff. That's a pretty dope ability, even beyond 1st level, because that's literally like every melee attack ever. So most monsters. So actually that's fine, because this kind of scales with what the things that you fight. Like for a bandit, that's gonna not be very great, because it's like, oh, they're 6 damage from their sword, went down to 3. That's still pretty good, because I have 10 hit points, maybe. You're one of those people that keeps a million tabs open on their browser. Listen, this is nothing. Oh my god, you should see how many tabs I have open in on the brick right now on the monitor. It's I have 16 tabs open on the brick right now. 2 of them are 2 different email accounts. No, I need all these tabs. Damn it. I don't need this, honestly. I could close that out. Can whoever's, like, texting me stop? Oops, I forgot the eye in Divinity. One of them. I forgot the first eye in Divinity. Can you just... God, stop. Go over here and get messaged at. Okay, So if I... Honestly, I don't need to buff the first level ability. I don't. It's good. It's fine, actually. So what else do the other domains do? Let's look at the other void domains. Let's see what this dude got. Oh, we got this thing that's happening, the end stuff. Oh, this guy gave it another channel divinity, just like the, trickery domain. Okay, I see. Huh. Disrupt the magic of the world. I wanna make more debuffs, though. And this will be after they now have the spells Counterspell and Slow. So, interesting. No, I was thinking like, well, because Wall of Forces, that's they get that at 9th level because it's a 5th level spell. Thinking about that initiative thing again, but again, that is something that I don't think I could do that because that's specific to an initiative situation in a battle, and that's just not cool to use that as their only power for 6th level. Oh, maybe I should start letting them stun people. You're right, that's what I was gonna do. Yo, that's what I can do. I'm not gonna buff the range of thin space. I'm gonna buff when things move into it. Whenever a creature enters you currently have 8, and that's lower than average. Yeah, like, the tabs are necessary, my dude. I need them. I have, on this computer, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 open right now, and I just closed one. And 17 on my other monitor. I need the tabs for stuff. There's important information there. Damn it. When a creature enters your thin space aura, it must make, let's say, I want to say Constitution, because that makes sense. It must make a Constitution saving throw or become stunned until end of its next turn. I didn't put like this starts as an action. Let me see if I should do that. Maybe I should do that. Yeah. Yeah. Starting at level 1, you can inform the program when you have more than 5 that's unacceptable to you. Good lord. How? How do you research anything? Take the in combat out of there. Vigil voice. Player alert. Don't worry. I'm not doing any. Thank you for letting me know. Fortunately, I was not working on anything campaign specific. This is for record keepers, no worries. I hate your browsing habits. Yeah, man, like... Oh, God. Okay, you warp the fabric of the world at your will. As an action, you can call the void to you for 1 minute. The area within 20 feet of you is suffused with the void's presence. Those... oh, am I capitalizing void or not? Oh, I don't think I need... Is fused... The... emptiness. Those that fight you will feel the emptiness. I just fucking used that. Voids. I think this is. I don't need that sentence actually. Warp the fabric of the world at your will. As an action, you can call the void to you for 1 minute. Those that you fight will feel the emptiness of dark space tugging at their form. Enemies that make melee attacks within 20 feet of you will only do half damage on a hit. That, I think that sounds nice. It sounds okay to read and also gets the point across, which was, as an action, for 1 minute, attacks within 20 feet of you that are melee do half damage. You just rip the little bits of... That's... Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Whenever creatures enter your if you... Summon... No, it's not really summoning. If you activate thin space... No. If an enemy is within the radius when you activate space... No, that should go first. Or the first time it is if an enemy is in range when thin space is activated with a Y, apparently. You must make constant same time this turn. Okay, that's good. That's good actually. That's all I really need. Oops. Oh fuck. No, I didn't mean to do that. Code within code. And then I'll rename it. Backtracking a bit, but researching things takes 2 tabs max. Absolutely not. It takes so many more than that. I have so many void tabs open right now. What if you, like, forget? What if you close out something that you needed? You have to go back in your history to go get it instead of just having it up there. God, no. Avanog stuff? Eh, sure. I'm really focusing on this mostly, though. And just, or if an enemy is in range when thin space is activated, it must make a Constitution saving throw, or become stunned till the end of its next turn. Oh, but I need to cover if it does that when it starts its turn. Yeah, it probably does, I want to say. No, well, how long does... Let's see what Stunning Strike does. Because that might, shed some light on what I want. I think it's till the end of its next turn, or the monk's next turn. Succeed. It's done to the end of your next turn. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's no need to buff thin space buff. It's fine. It's fine the way it is. Because they still have disadvantage on, or not, they still only do half damage. Paisley, thank you for the host. Oh god, I really want to call it Seeing Stars. Ooh, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. It's gotta. Thin Space is not a very good name, but Seeing Stars is extremely good. So the level 8 ability is pretty, it appears to be pretty minor for most of these. Well, that would require an in-depth, like, analysis of them. I don't know if we can do that right now. Let's go back to the Cleric shit. Divine Strike. Extra D8 radiant damage or 2d8 radiant. That's way better than... Whereas Light Domain, you get Wisdom modifier to damage you deal with a Cleric cantrip. And it's the same thing for the Knowledge Domain. Nature Domain, level 8. It is the D8s of damage again. And Divine Strike at frickin' Tempest Domain too. Oh my god. Did they even try? It's Divine Strike for all remaining domains. The only domain that isn't Divine Strike are Knowledge and Light. Let's check Blood. What do they get? Sanguine Recall. What? Oh, well, that's not something I can play off of. But I'm just gonna have to make something up. Oh, God. I'm just gonna have to make something up because all of the level 8 abilities suck. So it's gonna be minor, but... It's gonna be minor, but oh well. It's gonna be better than nothing. So that brings the question of what is that thing, then? Because this is a debuff class. This is not a damaged class. So Potent Spellcasting and Divine Strike are both bad because those are both damage. Whereas this class is not damage. It is holding and preventing and stopping. Not in the same way Abjuration is. That is all about stopping. This is about not even letting them get to the point where they need to be stopped. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that's about right, honestly. So I think... Man, I keep going back to the initiative order thing. Because what if the 8th level ability is like, you look at something and you hold it using the void or something somehow, and it makes a saving throw or moves basically it moves down in initiative order. That kind of ventures out of this domain, though, so maybe not on that. So, an 8th level, like a minor thing. It's only like a few points of extra damage in Potent Spellcaster. It's like a cantrip thing. Okay. Like Sacred Flame, it's a D8, and then you get to add 5 because of your Wisdom modifier. Assuming at level 6 you have max wisdom, which is nothing that I should assume because that's probably not going to be the case for a lot of people. Actually, just kidding. It almost definitely is, because that's your most necessary stat As a cleric, you need wisdom, so you're probably gonna max it first. Okay, never mind about that. Let me get some water. Oops, I didn't mute it, sorry. At 8th level, when you or an ally you can see... No.
Come with me.
Within...
Take me to the city.
is hit by a
Sun.
attack. By an attack. Any attack. You can use your reaction to shunt. That's a really good word. Them partially into the void. Not capitalized because it's a concept, not a place. Into the void. Making them ethereal for a minute. No. Until their next turn. But this now feels like the 6th level ability. Ah, fuck it, who cares, whatever. That's just how it be, who cares? Whatever, I'm doing everything in the wrong order anyways. Why did you make this complicated in the first place? Listen, for Volurith, I'll show you. For Volurith, for a lot of the stuff I did for her, I literally just took the exact same first level ability as the one from the player handbook for the Great Old One. And then I think Deep Thoughts is the same thing as well. I don't remember if it's exactly the same. I think it's exactly the same. Great Old One, yeah, here we go. Yeah, Vast Mind is just Awakened Mind. Thought Shield. It's pretty similar to... Deep Thoughts is pretty similar to Thought Shield. But I made her way more oceany. I mean, it's up to you. You can if you want. You can post the Homebrew link if you want. Do you want people editing it? Oh no, there's a share link. Okay. Spells can't be read by telepathy or any means unless you allow it. In the instance of range, must make a wisdom saving throw equal to your spell save or take psychic damage. If they succeed... Okay, so I buffed and nerfed it. So that's why it's Deep Thoughts instead of Thought Shield. In Volurith, you're resistant to Psychic and Lightning instead of just Psychic. But you can have your mind read, it just deals damage. And you don't... And Thought Shield gives an ability where if something deals psychic damage to you, it also takes that damage. And I didn't give Warlocks of Volurith that. So they're similar. I just worked off of the book stuff. And then found some like Storm Patrons and kind of used them for inspiration and made this stuff for her. I still need to do the familiars for the other patrons that are mine, which is going to be very, very fun, because this one was extremely fun to make as well. I never wrote its hit points. 7. It is a tiny slug. It is a tiny, nasty slug. And it is just a beast, not an aberration. It's just a little thing that exists. Anyway, back to the Void Domain. Here on to the next turn. It's gonna be resistance, not immunity, because immunity is overpowered. Damage until... until the ethereal form wears off. Edgewalker. No, this doesn't make sense to allow an ally. It doesn't make sense to allow an ally when you are hit. Attack. Shunt yourself partially into the void, making you ethereal until your next turn. You gain resistance to all damage until the ethereal form wears off. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then the 17th level ability is going to be absolutely bonkers, because they always are. Corona of Light, for example, activated aura of sunlight lasts for a minute or until you dismiss it using another action. 60-foot radius and dim light 30 feet beyond that. That's a lot of light, dude! Your enemies in the bright light have disadvantage on saving throws against any spells that deal fire or radiant damage. That's it, though. You can command shit if you're nature domain. That's dealing with your channel divinity, though. Stormborn gives you just fucking gives you a flying speed. You just get to fly now. You can fly. Congratulations. So it looks like this is utility stuff, honestly. Oh, improved duplicity is absolutely redonkulous. Avatar of Battle, you resistance to non-magical physical. That's bullshit. In what fucking world are you going to be level 17 and fighting things that don't have magic weapons? I guess, like, animals, maybe? Like, beasts? But a lot of monsters that you'll be fighting at fucking 17th level are gonna have attacks that overcome resistance, that count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance. That's, like, what it says in the book. I gotta look something up real quick. You're not supposed to be seeing this. That's also why I'm not narrating what I'm looking at. Oh, no, I guess they don't, huh? I guess even, like, big monsters don't have it, huh? Alright, I guess that's not so bad then. Avatar of Battle, or whatever it's called. Yeah, Avatar of Battle. I guess that's not so bad then. Kind of assumed that everything would be able to bypass resistance to non-magical physical. But if it's not, that's not so bad. Seems that the 17th level abilities are just very, very varied. Which is great, I guess, because... Well, actually, mine shouldn't... The Void Domain one shouldn't be that powerful because I buffed the shit out of Singularity. So, So it can really be anything. And I like debuffs. So it's gotta be, let's make a nice powerful debuff. What about... How many channel divinities do you get? It's like 2 per short rest, right? I play a cleric, I should know this. I don't know. Yeah, starting at 6th level you can use it twice between rests, and beginning 18th you can use it 3 times. Oh, fuck. Okay, Scally can't even use it twice yet. So he's only 5th level. Huh. Yeah, what I'm gonna have it do, I think, is, you can detonate your Singularity. And if you detonate your Singularity, it's gonna stun everything in its pull radius. Oh, fuck, no, that's a terrible idea. That's, at 17th level, the pull radius is 50 feet. Shit, maybe not. Maybe half the pull radius? No, because then that's underpowered for frickin' 17th level. Damn it! Maybe I shouldn't utilize the singularity then. It's super cool. Knowledge domain lets you look at the past, but only once. Huh. I want a debuff. Mass Effect Singularity. It's vaguely similar to that. They're both based on a black hole, so... I mean, there's no getting around that. Because they are both based on black holes, I think. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't be. What else is a singularity going to refer to? Huh. Yeah, sure. Sorry, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to work on the... I did say I was gonna come on here and stream building the Cleric domain that I'm trying to work on. I need to do this for, I'm running a Record Keepers game, on a different Discord server. Probably at some point. I might do it. I don't have it ready by Thursday. Oh my god. I'll ask him if... I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But the point is, I'm running this pretty soon, so I gotta get it done. And also, a lot of today I spent working on the new potion crafting system. Which is, mostly done. I just need to get all the recipes sorted out. Other than that, I need to check and see, make sure the recipes are balanced against each other versus level and stuff, and there's not like a really powerful one that's really easy to make on accident or something. Or a really easy one that should be easy to make that's stupid powerful for some reason. Go back and listen. I don't know what to do with this 17th level ability, because it's very, very different for each class. So there's no real pattern to follow here. Budding Alchemist. I mean, yeah, that's what you wanted. That's what you were going for that, and I figured, hell, I'm gonna streamline this, and I have a giant Excel spreadsheet now. And literal, oops, clunk. Like, pages of stuff that I was working on. So, there's all that. Needless to say, it's gonna be more useful, but it's also not gonna take 5 minutes of me stammering, wondering what the hell you're supposed to do with a plant and some water. Because I know how to do potions now, and it's this way. It was all of the previous herbalism stuff was just way too complex, I think, for our campaign. It was just like it would take too long. It's just gonna take too long to look at, to do, to handle, to search through the 9 pages of roll D100s to figure out the 3 words that make up this herb. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry. Now there's only 5 crafting ingredients, and you combine them in different ways to make things. Well, technically there's only 5, but there's 4 different types of one of them, so... There's more than 4, but there's 4 main types of one of them. Then utility combat buff or debuff? Debuff, for sure. This entire domain is debuff. Which is why I'm gonna swap out Arms of Hadar and Avard's Black Tentacles for 2 more debuff spells. Fast Without Trace is not a debuff, but I figured it's Void Domain, and I feel like that would be, like, a good thing to have in there. But I'm trying to debuff. So, you get Chill Touch, just because Chill Touch. You know what, I should probably swap that cantrip out for something that debuffs. Where is there a list? I wish I could access my... Actually, I'm gonna get on D&D Beyond real quick. don't like D&D Beyond because it doesn't let me look at stuff half the time. But, cantrip. Let's see if there's a debuff cantrip. Hell yeah. Vicious Mockery? Really? What does that do? Oh. Disadvantage on the next attack roll. Okay. And Frostbite. Disadvantage on the next attack roll. Okay, so out of these two, Void Clerics would probably be better with Frostbite. Involving that. Buff is Contagion. You get to pick which ability it affects. That's true. But that's a very, very sickness. So I already did, the Crystalline Scorpion is all about that radiation, and I'm using Contagion as the radiation. Does that make sense? Like, all of the effects of Contagion are very, very similar to things that will happen if you're heavily irradiated. Like, oh, I'm gonna bleed from every part of my body, and get seizures, and go blind. Like, oh, all radiation can do all of that. So, that's how I did the radiation rules in this world, which doesn't exist prior to this, by the way. So there's like a range you roll for contagion effects for the Crystalline Scorpion. And it'll apply a random one of those. You roll a d6 for which one, so you don't get to pick. But there's a very North feel about it. Yes! So I'm thinking, I'm actually gonna, real quick, I'm gonna swap out Chill Touch for Frostbite, since that's actually a debuffing cantrip. I've never gone north, so I wouldn't actually know. So I want a debuff. I want like a really big debuff. And the Singularity is a pretty fucking big debuff, because at 17th level, its pull radius is 50 feet, which is a lot. So if you pop it in the middle of a bunch of giant enemies, it's gonna tug, my man. It's not gonna affect your allies, because I think that would be stupid, and I don't like that. Because I'm a little looser on the rules than most DMs. So it's not gonna affect your allies, it's only gonna pull your enemies. If you use fucking Singularity in Mass Effect, it doesn't pull Garrus, or whoever else is with you. I just assume everyone takes Garrus everywhere. And it yanks things towards it. It's a debuff in the sense that it doesn't let things move the way they want to. And it effectively almost restrains enemies, which is pretty dope, honestly. You designate the point. If something enters the pull radius, it has to make a strength save, or it gets tugged. If it is in the pull radius when you create the Singularity, it has to make a strength save, or it gets tugged. If it tries to leave, it has to make a strength save, or to move at all. So that's just a huge debuff. Do you want to save or suck, like calling me after a dominate monster? I'm going to disadvantage, other things like that. I've been doing less risky stuff. The Singularity is the most powerful thing by far that you can do. So I'm going maybe a little more like utility-aimed debuff, or like a little less impressive than the Singularity, because that's like your nuke that you drop. That is your big bomb that you throw out on the field to make sure nothing moves out of it. Of course, on really big enemies, it's still just a strength saving throw. So, as that's your spell save DC, so it's probably gonna get out of there. But it's hell on little swarms. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, I want an ability for 17th level that can hit really big things. Because the Singularity, while it has a big pull radius at 50 feet, is still a single strength saving throw. And if you save, it's not gonna do anything. So actually, maybe I should do a save or suck. There's certain spells. Oh god. I would say yes, that sounds cool, except for the fact that that is going to be hell on any DM, including me, who tries to run that. Because you're gonna have to stat every single one of your enemies. And then take those stats away. Also, I think that might last. That might rely... It's one of those things where, like, your players are gonna kill it too fast for that to matter. It is a cool idea, it is. But for several reasons, I don't think it's viable. So maybe this player doesn't, you know, now I think about it, this is all AoE. It really is. It's all AoE, except for Frostbite cantrip. You warp the fabric. It's the thin space, which is in 20 feet of you. The singularity, which is a pull radius. The thin space buff. A single thing to help you resist damage. And has you big bad of holding inside a portable hole. A little bit, just a little bit, yeah. Except it doesn't stick them. It doesn't suck them into the astral plane. It just tugs them to the center of the singularity. And if they're there, they take force damage. If they get pulled to the center, and they can't go any further in, they take force damage. I think it's force damage equal to your cleric level. So it's not very good force damage. The main draw of singularity is the pull and the stop movement. Which I like that it's not very much force damage because that prevents it from being overpowered. So, you know what? I do want a Saber Suck. A disintegrate variant that targets armor. What if you have a non-armored enemy? I mean, it's unlikely at 17th level, but what if you have an enemy that's, like, not an armored thing? Let's see what this dude did. Voidwalker. Well, I already have Edgewalker, so... Void along with you, soothed by the void. Aww. Whoa! Holy shit. Holy fuck. Good god. What? That's OP as shit! By a spell or ranged attack. Doesn't mean... Does not say... As an action, or... Oh my god, you can just do it. This ability's fucking broken. Because there's no limit on how many times you do it. You're walking through a dungeon. Oh no, we got a little bit hurt. I activate Voidwalker. I pull all of my allies into the void and we take a short rest. In the middle of a fight. Let's go to the void. We take a short rest. Everyone comes out back healed. Holy shit. That's OP. Disintegrate. Yeah, let me look that up, actually. Wall of Force. Oh. And this is a 6th level spell, which is why Cleric, it's not on the list. Creature targeted by the spell, it's a saving throw. 10d6 plus 40, holy shit! Disintegrated. Oh, this. Yeah. Disintegrates a large or small non-magical object. 10-foot cube portion of it. Oof, god. That's rough, dude. Holy crap. It's any defense. Like, it could do attack resistance or magical protection. Okay, I like this. Yeah. Okay. Damage and control. Both are good. Though I do want to, really quick, I want to just filter all debuffs. Alright, let's filter them by 4th level. Let's see what 4th level debuffs look like. What the fuck is this? Oh, eat shit. This is why I don't like D&D Beyond. Sorry, do you want to look at this? You're gonna have to buy it. Fuck off. If I wanted to buy the book, I would have bought the book. I wanted to come online so I could look at the spell without looking at the goddamn book. Ugh. Druid Grove is a debuff? Eat shit, Xanathars. God. Gross. If you wanted to keep people from abusing Voidwalker, attach madness to it. Oh, I didn't make that. I didn't make Voidwalker. I made Edgewalker. That's completely different, and it's not as powerful. I'm saying the person who made it, dude, it's broken. It is broken. Synaptic static? You suck. Hold on. What the fuck spell is that? It's an enchantment. It's a 5th level enchantment. Psychic energy to explode there. $86 psychic damage on a failed save. Muddled thoughts for a minute. Roll a d6 and subtract the number from all its attacks and ability checks. Well, that's actually not that cool. It is cool flavor-wise, but meh. It is 6th level. What, disintegrate? Yeah. Yeah. But how would I take this and not just be like, okay, you can cast that? Because that's kind of silly. That's not a very good feat. So, take disintegrate and change it. And... oh, here we go, here we go. Maybe you can target things with resistance and dampen their resistance. Mordekainen's buzzing bee. Alright, yeah, I'll look it up. Extremely loud bee to appear. It buzzes around a head of a creature you designate. In range, you must be touching or be able to see the creature. Once you designate, the bee stays with it. Unnerving noises disrupts the subject's concentration. Moves silently in concentration checks. Subject and caster maintain a spell must make DC 10 concentration. There's no other distractions. The bee isn't... oh, the fly speed of 180 feet. Perfect. It remains in near the subject in spite of darkness, invisibility, polymorphing, color, cover, concealment, or any other attempt at disguising or hiding. The bee remains until the... cannot be attacked. Material component, a dab of honey. This is extremely cute. I love this bee. A small but extremely loud bee. I love this. Even the lowest level characters can cast it. That's adorable. Why did they ever remove this spell? On casters with your cleric. Oh man. This makes, like, shit like this makes me miss 3.5. Not gonna lie. Oh fuck, I ran out of music. We're back. Let me see. I want to know about the saving on these things. It doesn't look like the 17th level abilities are ever things that enemies can save out of. They also aren't things that target enemies, so... yeah, that's no save. This is no save. That's healing. Yeah, life clerics at 17th level, they just always heal max. No more rolling. You always heal max. Corona of Light, just things get disadvantaged no matter what. 17th level, you can just do it. You just have that fly speed. You just get those things. You just get the resistance. So there's no save on this dampening. How many things can you dampen? Should it be number of creatures? Should it be number of resistances? I mean, it puts a void of darkness on a creature's head and gives it disadvantage on checks to maintain concentration or spells and also blinds it. Well, that's a first level spell. The thing, that's the thing, and blindness to deafness is like a second level spell. Let me see what level that is, honestly. Blindness, deafness, I know is... It's a 2nd level spell. Damn it. So I'm trying to replace Arms of Hadar with something. You know what? This is a buff, not a debuff. What about Eye Bite? Where's Eye Bite? There it is. That's a 6th level spell. Huh? Okay, never mind. Yikes. Oh, that's why I didn't give him blindness deafness. Because they already get it. Damn it. I'm a dingus. Oh, wait, no. This just makes it... This doesn't have to be things from other classes. This just means they are all... They are all, already prepared and don't... Already prepared. And don't count against the amount of spells you can prepare. More CC than debuffs. Yeah, that's because I didn't do my spell list right. I also don't know what you mean by CC. There's some overlap. I'm trying to get rid of Arms and Hadar. No, go back, idiot. Give me debuff first. Slowing, restraining, etc. Oh, yeah, no, there's heavy overlap between those two things. I figured that was also debuff, technically. Because there's really not that much in the way of debuff in 5th edition. There's really not. Ray of Sickness could work. Are you kidding me right now? How? How in the fuck? Are you serious? Where else am I gonna... Where's this then? Oh my god. Jesus. You ran some Kuato bards use Bane. You don't know if it scales. I don't think it does. Oh, well, yeah, it scales for the number of creatures. And charisma saving throws are odd, and a lot of things don't have high charisma if they're your enemies, unless they're like people. So, Could go Bane. DLC spells. Apparently! Compelled Duel. I hate Compelled Duel. Protection from evil and good? What? Oh, I guess. Aberration, Celestial Elemental, Fae, Feed, and Dead. Eh. I guess. Fucking Ray of Sickness. Bullshit. I can't believe this. Seriously? Oh, you won't let me look at the player handbook? Fine, I'll pick it up where I'm holding it. Look at it myself. You realize D&D Beyond that, like, I can just look elsewhere on the internet for this too, right? Ray of Sickness. Ray of Sickness. 2d8 poison must make a con saving throw. It is poison till then. Well, that's bullshit. Never mind. Don't want that. Poison is a nope for this domain. That would be an entire new thing that I would have to, like, look at and shit. There's no poison in this domain. Get out of here. I guess Bane, honestly. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and put in Bane instead of Arms of Hadar. And then I just gotta get the 4th level spell. Wow, this is it. That's it, huh? Go away. I'm never gonna buy anything on D&D Beyond. I hope you realize that, website. Like, I'm just not gonna do that. At all. Ever. I'm not. I don't need to. Because we have Google. How is this a debuff? Because it's difficult terrain? Seriously? Oh, because of disadvantage on perception checks made to listen. Really? I guess. Let's hit that. Let's hit that control. Oh, sorry. I thought that would give me things with both of those, not things only with both of those. Well, I want to know what Sickening Radiance is. I'm gonna look that up. Dim light. Spreads around corners and lasts till spell ends. Wow, what? Holy shit. Summons a thunderstorm. I can't hear anything! Really? Dude, I kind of want to put this in here. That's way better than fucking whatever the other thing was. Ivard's Black Tentacles. Sickening Radiance. This is really good. Things can't be invisible. They take a fuck ton of radiant damage. They take exhaustion. Exhaustion is the best debuff. Yeah, no, this is going in there. Doesn't get more detailed feeling than exhaustion. No, absolutely. Sickening Radiance. Boom. Alright. Now this spell list is much better than it was. That's way better than it was. Now it's actually all debuffs and shit. Though, for shits, I will go back to this and check out the 5th level debuffs. No Contagion. I'm not gonna mess with that, though. I know what this does. Spell even good? No. Holy Weapons. Yeah, no, this is... What I have already is fine. Hold monster and Wall of Force. Yeah. Turns resistance they have into invulnerability. That would be ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, what I think I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna give... I think the ability should be that you... Oops, hold on. I think the ability should be that you... That it can target... I don't know how many creatures. Anybody, if you have advice on that, please tell me. That you can target some creatures and dampen their resistances. You dampen resistances to nothing and immunities to resistances. And let's see. It's kind of weird because the rest of the stuff has been the lower levels for every other cleric class are like you can use it X amount of times, and for this one those are just like things that can happen. Oh, hold on. Let me let me Your Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And then this one is gonna be... all the other level 17s are like, it's just a thing that happens, and this level 17 is gonna be like, you can only do it a certain amount of times. So should it be the amount of times equal to your wisdom modifier again? Because at this point it's... because that's one thing that's never gonna be higher than, like, 7. And, well, 6 is a large amount of times to, debuff, to super debuff your enemies. I think it's target one creature. So here, let's try this. It's natural. It's next turn or your next turn? Any resistances are dispelled and immunities become resistances. You can use this feature unlocked to your wisdom. This is when you finish a long rest. There we go. Applied to foes affected by singularity. Something, yeah. It buffs your invoke duplicity like a lot. But the thing is, singularity is different. Singularity is definitely a field control debuff. It's just, no, it's not even debuff, it's just literally straight control. So I guess this is a control debuff domain. Like a dual control and debuff. Not really straight debuff. Which is fine, honestly. There are no cleric control domains, so, this is actually pretty cool and I like it. But singularity is pretty much completely controlling crowds, like crowd control and stopping horde mode stuff. And I want this 17th level to basically be a save or suck. Except there's no save. You just suck. But they can only do it like 6 times, so... And it only lasts until end of somebody's next turn. I think it's gotta be your next turn, not its next turn. That would be ridiculous. Because you could end up doing it for like 1 hit, and that would suck. That would be such a waste of your time. So I think that's how this is gonna work. Dampening. Alright. Let's read through this. 9:42 p.m. This shit takes a while, my dude. This is how long it takes even when I'm not talking to people. Really, it is. Okay, so. Spell list. I may as well go through the overview as well. In the sky over Curon, a black hole warps the light of the sun as it devours the star matter from within. In the mountains of Mythweald, entropic energy gathers in the wells of power under the heartstones of the land. In Luceria, the shroud's power seeps through the Viridian Sea and corrupts everything it touches until its champion is defeated, driving the emptiness back. Void is not shadow, void is not space, void is nothingness. Someone who can truly channel the void is to be feared by everyone, including themselves. You got spells, you got first level Bane and Hex, third level Blindness, Deafness, and Darkness, 5th level Counterspell and Snow, 7th level Confusion and Sickening Radiance, and 9th Hold Monster and Wall of Force. Your bonus cantrip. At first level, when you choose this domain at first level, you gain the Frostbite cantrip if you don't already know it. Also, at first level, you get Thin Space. You can warp the fabric of the world at will. As an action, you can call the void to you for 1 minute. Those that you fight will feel the emptiness of dark space tugging at their form. Enemies that make melee attacks within 20 feet of you will only do half damage on a hit. There's no limit to the amount of times you can do that, and I don't think that is a problem. Because there's no limit to Divine Strike. And that is just, like, a consistent 2d8 damage, 2d8 damage, 2d8 damage. Actually, it's 1d8 because 14th level is the 2d8, but it's a little out of there. What is this split? Yeah, this is homebrewery. It is amazing, and I love it. I use it constantly, as you may have noticed. So I think, I don't know, should I put a limit on thin space? Because if I put a limit on thin space, then almost everything is limited. Yeah, then every single thing has a limit. Shit. No, I can't limit thin space. I can't. It's a bad idea. Channel Divinity Singularity. Starting at 2nd level, you can use your Channel Divinity to place a Singularity on the battlefield to hinder your enemies. As an action, you present your holy symbol and designate a point you can see within 60 feet of you as the location for a Singularity. This point can be on the ground, underwater, or in the air. Each creature within 10 feet of the Singularity must make a strength saving throw or be pulled 5 feet toward the center. Any creature within the pull radius must repeat this saving throw at the start of its turn. A creature within the pull radius that attempts to move away from the center of the Singularity must make a strength saving throw in order to do so. On a fail, it stops moving. A creature that ends its turn inside the Singularity inside the Singularity takes force damage equal to your Cleric level. The Singularity's pull radius increases to 20 feet at 7th level, 30 feet at 10th level, 40 feet at 14th level, and 50 and 50. Let's throw the and in there. And 50 feet at 17th level. Additionally, the amount a creature is pulled by the Singularity on a failed saving throw increases from 5 feet to 10 increases. I don't need the from 5 feet. To 10 feet at 6th level. 10 feet. This is why we read through. 10 feet at 7th level, 15 at 14th level, and 20 at 17th level. Beginning at 6th level, whenever a creature... seeing stars. Beginning at 6th level, whenever a creature enters your thin space aura, or if an enemy is in range when thin space is activated, it must make a Constitution saving throw or become stunned until the end of its next turn. Edgewalker, at 8th level, when you are hit by an attack that you can use your reaction to stunt yourself partially into the void, making you ethereal until your next turn. You gain resistance to all damage until the ethereal form wears off. You can use this ability a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. And dampening. 17th level, you can target a creature and dampen its natural or magical resistances. Until the start of your next turn, any resistances the creature has are dispelled, and any immunities are instead resistances. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. So here's my question now. Is it redundant to have both Thin Space and Edgewalker? Because Thin Space makes all enemies do half damage with their attacks. And Edgewalker gives you resistance to things, so you take quarter damage from attacks, which is pretty dope. But, like, is that really necessary? What do you think? What do you think? Man, I like this. This is really fun. I think I'm gonna do another one of these streams in the future. I'll throw up a actual song list. Or like one of those little things that lets me say what the song is. Or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I wonder if there's a Streamlabs function for that. I'd have to manually do it unless it could connect to iTunes and figure out what the hell's going on, but I doubt it could. So do you think it's too redundant to have both Edgewalker and Thin Space? Because I could scrap one or the other. I could scrap Edgewalker, I think, and replace it with something else that does more away from you. Homebrew is so good. It is. Like, if I took... and I could actually replace the title Thin Space with Edgewalker. Because that would sound a lot better. I actually really dislike the title Thin Space. I really do. I don't know why. I like it, but it doesn't sound right. Sounds like a death thing, not an emptiness thing. Huh. So I think I kind of want to do that. I think I want to scrap Edgewalker. And replace Thin Space with Edgewalker. When the aura is activated. So I think that I'm gonna take this out and replace it with something better. Upper fee for OP. Yeah, Well, it's only melee attacks. So spells are fine, and ranged shit is fine. If you get separated from your party, it's not really useful because the only one who's benefiting from it is you. It's good if you are with all of your allies, because then you can protect them. But again, only on melee attacks, so shit can fire into it. I can also, you know what I can do? Here's what I can do, and this is gonna be pretty easy. Let me drop the radius to 10 feet. And then... Connection to the voice goes stronger. Aura generated by... Walker now extends. Or would that just be on part of... Let me see here. Yeah, okay, so it looks like I can buff that as its own feature. Now extends 20 feet. There we go. Okay, okay, so how about this? This, I just nerfed it. I just nerfed the shit out of it. I just nerfed the entire domain. So, Edgewalker is now the first level ability, where when it's only within 10 feet of you, their melee attacks do half damage. And at 8th level... let me rename that. Touch... Pull of now. I can actually... Actually, yeah, no, hold on, that works. That actually works really well. Okay, so Thin Space is now... That's a good use for it, I think. I might come back to it and hate it later and change it, but... Edgewalker's now the first level ability, and it's only 10 feet, and then Thin Space buffs Edgewalker. So the aura then goes to 20 feet, and that's your 8th level ability. The 6th level one allows you to stun things in your small Edgewalker aura. God, stop doing that. And then Thin Space expands the aura, and then it's just normal Cleric shit. Plane shape, ebb and scry. What? I'm googling those words. No. I didn't mean that. I got no results for it. Well, this was useless. Sorry. What is that? What is that, Shenty? Please tell me, because now I don't know. Oh, okay. I was like, what are you telling me? Well, seeing stars, while, like, cute and funny, I think I'm gonna have to... I think I'm gonna have to not title it that, because while that's extremely, like, coy, I don't think I can use it like that. Because get it, it's like it's a pun, effectively, because seeing stars is what happens when you're stunned, but also, because it's the void, there's stars out there. I guess. Eh. Clean shape. I like that, but I don't know what it would refer to. Feels like a druid thing. Mind wipe? I feel like I could call it mind wipe, but then that sounds like psychic stuff, and this is not psychic stuff. Look into the... Gaze into the abyss. Gaze into the abyss. No, I should call it look into the void. Look into the void. Oh, I really like this, actually. Okay. Call of the void, pull of the abyss. See, the thing is, I would call it something with the abyss, but in D&D, the abyss is a place. So I can't. Oops, can't do that. I just had that, like, that exact series of thoughts in my head, and I was like, uh-oh. Whoopsie. Gotta fix that. I have some coupons for stuff at Kroger, and I kinda wanna go get stuff at Kroger. Oh, no, because I gotta fucking open at work tomorrow. Never mind. Okay, so, look into the void is pretty freaking great. So how are we feeling about this? I think it's pretty good, actually. I'm ready to playtest this thing, if anybody else has... The abyss means something. Yeah, no. Strength comes with a capital S. Lapel de vide. I think I'm ready to allow somebody to playtest this, which is dope as shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and... it's saved. I'm gonna go ahead and copy the share link for this bad boy. And I think we're good for tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit Northern Lights if I can. Nope. No, I love Never-Ending Distance, but Never-Ending Distance. My god. Oh, apparently it already played Northern Lights and I'm just dumb. Alright. So that's gonna be it, actually, for tonight, because it is 9:58, and I gotta go to sleep because I have to fucking wake up at 6:30 and open it at work. So I gotta go snooze, my guys. My dudes. I love you all. This was actually really, really fun. And I did get the work that I wanted to do done. So I think I'm gonna do this again at some point. Probably not on Tuesday. What I'm gonna do is probably, like, take a different day that I normally stream, and then, just do this on that day. Like, Fridays or something. No, because Fridays are probably gonna switch to being our, D&D days next semester, depending on what I can do. We'll see. Here's hoping that I can schedule next semester's shit. In a way that allows all of my players to play. But we're likely going to have to switch from Tuesday D&D to Friday or something like that. So that we don't lose any of our players. Anyway. That is all I really have for you guys tonight. So, this was really, really fun. I will be doing this again. Today is Tuesday. I will be back on Thursday during the day, I think. I'm gonna be streaming earlier in the day, because I have D&D that evening, and I don't want to miss it, because my party has a half healer aside from me, so I should probably be there to help him out. Last battle, I healed over 70 hit points for them because they were dumb idiots and kept getting hurt. I gotta be there to prevent them from just dying immediately. It's okay. I mean, we have another guy who can cast Revivify, but I should be there. So I'll be back on Thursday during the day. And then I'll keep you guys updated on stuff to do. Here's the Discord link for anybody who is lurking, and has not yet joined the Discord. I don't think there's any lurkers here at the moment, but hey, if there are, come here. Come join us. It's a great time. We have fun. Aside from that, I would appreciate if everybody in the chat would please go call the FCC chairman and email bother the members of the FCC about net neutrality who have told us they are not going to vote for us, instead going to vote for corporations. I need net neutrality to remain the way it is in order for me to do any of the streaming and actually any of this world building or anything that's going on at all. So, please do that if you get a chance. And other than that, I have nothing else. So, I will see you guys on Thursday. Good night.